Hey to everybody that's coming in, already in, or about to come in. Got it. Got the chat up there, and thank you for being patient with me. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. It's been a rough one, to be honest. Energies of people crazy, and also being a bit poorly. So I'm here, I'm back, and hoping to spend some time with you all as you all come in on this live. So we'll be doing some tarot, hopefully answering some questions for some people who maybe want a specific thing answered via spirit, via the cards. And we'll see how we go. So let's get these all upside down. Let's get shuffled for the first day being today, regarding the energies of the day via tarot, to give you foresight, to give you a foreknowing, some knowledge on any situation you might need an awareness of. So we have the World and the Knight of Wands, but in reverse. So for the 27th of the 11th, 20. Boys are upstairs. He's got a friend around, so they're being loud. But hey, Asa, hey, beautiful, beautiful man. And hey, Tatkin Jr., much love to you too. So for the 27th of the 11th, 2021, we've got the World in reverse. Now, that speaks to everything being flipped upside down. It's like a bit of a rap, isn't it? Where you see that there is a lot of things that are being flipped upside down. But with that, there's actually a lot of goodness in that process, because it's giving people an awareness, for those who have eyes to see, that much needs to change, much can change. And it's about using your own abilities within your own life, of seeing the things that are getting flipped upside down, that may feel disappointing and upsetting at first, confusing, but at the same time, looking deeper into that, how can you use that to see that this was not good enough, or this is not good enough, or this has to change. So it's about using it for the betterment of you, rather than sinking into this depression. It is the world, whether it's in reverse or in upright, it's the world. It's the world in your hands, it's the world at your feet. Getting into the mentality that you create from your inner cosmos, your world, your reality. And that's all about sovereignty and divinity, and really understanding that at the core, and what that really means, to be sovereign, to be divine. And that would be to recognize that you are a creator of your own reality, of your own world. So yeah, not easy, but can be used for much, much good, for sure. Who else has come in? Patch, hey Patch, haven't seen you for ages. Patch on Facebook there. Share the stream out for me, Patch. Really helps. Blue Angel, much love to you. I'm just going to go and sort out those boys, because they're being too loud. So 1 second. Katrina, much love. Yes, you can have a message, sweetie. I'll just do the general readings first. Thank you, Peter. The kids like to do it. I just make sure the holidays are blessed in my way. Good day, Scott. Good day to you too. Blessings to you. Okay, I'm going to sort these boys out. It'll be 1 second. Bear with me. Share the stream out. ay, 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 ay. Honestly, boys. So we'll have the world in reverse for today. Speaking of everything that I've just spoken of, using it for your greatness, seeing what is being flipped upside down and why, and how you can let go of the things that you really need to let go of in order to embrace this divinity and sovereignty within self. So, hey, Nigel, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. I hope you're prospering too in abundance and love. The Knight of Wands in reverse. This speaks to the narcissistic energy that has been apparent around me, around a lot of people I know of late. And this speaks to this energy that seems to come in, this person that can come in from nowhere and all of a sudden be in your life, you know, real fast, too fast, forcing relations, forcing familiarity too quickly. And this is where often this would correlate with the world being turned upside down in your life, in that these energies do tend to expose weaknesses, expose trigger points, or expose vulnerabilities in your emotional setup, your mental setup, and use those tools to get in your life real fast and become almost seemingly indisposable of. But this is where to see through that veil and use their energies that have come in to create chaos in your life to actually give you a rocket up the arse, so to speak, to get things done the way you know you should have been getting things done, or to change the way that you think about yourself, you know, to not attract in these energies any further. There's a lot of red flags being shown up for a lot of people today with these types of energies, but these red flags can be super helpful regarding the growth and expansion, the leveling up of the next stage of your life, and bringing about that prosperity and that hope and that love. Hi, Ella. Yeah, I'll do some questions at the end for sure. So the Seven of Wands to come up after that. And Peter Meteor, hey brother, that you're so right, because this reading for today is intense, in that the Seven of Wands coming up after that in the upright speaks to you being made to be put in a defensive position, where you feel like you have to defend yourself, where you feel like you have to protect your your reputation, to protect what is yours. But it feels like it's an attack of a day because of the cards leading up to these energies with the Seven of Wands. But actually, you do have the upper ground, in that this card comes with the wisdom to say that you do have the upper ground, in that these people are wanting you to defend yourself, to fight for yourself, but at the same time, they're wanting you to do that because there is power within you. And so they're wanting to feed on that power. And so often with this kind of reading, the best course of action is to take it within. For everything that you want to say and do to defend your reputation, to speak out the truth of the situation or of your perspective of the situation, to take that within and use that power to rocket you into an aspect of your life that's going to create abundance, that's going to create happiness, bliss, self-love, however it might resonate with you, rather than taking that energy and giving it to the very people or person that is on the attack with you today. Giving them that energy that they're seeking anyway would be for you to lose today, so to speak, for you to get that energy built up within, that anger, that resentment, whatever it might be, and transmute that energy within into like a power source of a battery within, to take you far off in the direction that is opposite to these energies, will actually be the greatest win, or the greatest retribution to what has been going on here, to what is your life being turned upside down by this energy, certain things being exposed, even the most untruthful things being exposed, is to take that battle within and use that energy for your greatness, rather than just spending that energy, which is precious, on the very person or people that are trying to drain it out of you and feed from you, if that makes sense. Fireworks, yeah, for sure. My defensive position is not ask first, says Peter. Yeah, that would be a clever way to go about things, Peter. You know, there's certain orifices that you don't want going in any attack first, for sure. Especially not with these energies, they'll stick a wand up anywhere. Interesting, I've been trying to avoid anger, revenge, etc., and live in love and forgiveness. Maybe I was wrong. Right and wrong, Peter, in that I've been asking these questions of myself lately, in that I could go full on witch mode and, you know, say, right, okay, here it is, here's the fact, here's this, here's that, but that would be entering into that energy of the Seven of Wands to actually feel good for a second, maybe, but not do much good, because this energy here, this kind of energy that would be wanting that anger and revenge from you, or wanting to draw that from you, is actually, it doesn't matter whether you were telling this energy that you love them or hate them, as long as you're thinking of them, that's all that matters. And so this is where that power is, to take that and not give it, and use that anger, that force of the wanting of revenge, to actually get the greatest revenge of you being a great success, of you adding to your greatness with it, if you know what I mean. You sort of imploding a little bit, like, you know, the tantric sex magic. It's working on that implosion rather than losing the energy in the explosion, and using that to go in a different direction. But, you know, that is love, because that would be self-love. I think, you know, there's levels of love, isn't there? Nobody can quite define it. And I think with these energies today, the most love that you can show for them is to not enter into karmic debt with them, and that not to give them the energy that they feed off, like the energy vampires that they are. And so to do that would be a loving act in of itself, because you're not being a part of that cycle that is repetitive in their life, if that makes sense. And that's about as much love as I would give this energy, in that, you know, you're lucky that I love you enough to give you indifference, you know, and have that righteous anger about the situation, the things that's exposed in your life, with the world in reverse. But at the same time, you know, just that you're lucky that I love you as a person, as an energy, as a being, enough to just not give you what you're seeking. And that's about as much as I would give this kind of energy, for sure. Hey, Katrina. Oh, thank you. Paul from Newcastle. Much love to you. Much love, much love. Missed you all. Got poorly. Well, asthma, it's not really poorly. And then, yeah, I've been dealing with many of this type of energy, not totally the same, but type of energy trying to come in for the last few weeks. And frustrating as hell, because like you say, Paul, Peter, sorry, you know, you could give it to them and you know, put them on their arse with words, you know, let alone anything else. But wisdom is to know that to give them that would be to give them exactly what they want. And I'm not about that. I'm not about that today. It's been far too long for you, Pat. We've missed you. So the Three of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So this would speak to, if you're going on the advice that's just come through with the cards there, this would be thwarting a celebration of your, for want of a better word, enemy, or the energies that represent the enemy in this reading for you today. So you're sort of disabling the self grandeur and the gratification of this energy in the celebration isn't what they want it to be. It also may feel for you that it's you know, entering into a darker side of self, because maybe, you know, you've been indoctrinated a little bit of what love and light and all love and light is, and haven't come across enough experience to know the wisdom of the kind of love that I've just described, loving enough to be indifferent. It may feel very odd to you if you haven't practiced this kind of revenge, this kind of self-love, this kind of cutting off of energies, just trusting your intuition and not needing too much proof to know that that's it, no more. I just know. I'm not even going to label what else could go wrong in my life with this world upside down, with this energy around. I just know intuitively that damn, things would just continue to degrade and get worse and rot. And knowing that intuitively, but being able to act on it takes huge strength and wisdom. And so it may not feel too celebratory at all. Hey, John. Hey, much love to Al, Big Al, much love to you too. All the boys up in the house. So that is for the 27th, well, today, of November 2021. Now, speaking of collectively, just quickly before we move on, there is this dark sort of ritual that I feel the UK, and today there's something going down with this, is somehow trying, and I know this sounds odd, but trying to absorb France. That certain moves are being played regarding the immigrants coming over, regarding the attitude and the cancelling of meetings between France and the UK. There's certain moves being played that it's being put across the media that France are being very childish and very throwing the dummy, you know, a pacifier, I think my American brothers and sisters call it, out of the pram. And actually, yeah, they've got a way of doing that in their very French way. But actually, there's more to it. They're not just throwing the dummy out of the pram. There's reasoning. They know that the UK is making moves to absorb France. And I know that sounds way out there, but let's face it, what is way out there now? Everything that I was saying years ago seemed like a sci-fi movie, and damn, we're in this sci-fi movie now, we're in the sequel. And so there's something about that to be aware of. And the UK isn't celebrating as much as it wants to be right now regarding that plan, regarding those actions that have been taken, and have been put in more of a defensive position. France has been quite strategic in being very emotionally open, like not worrying. It's the kind of relationship where you would have a partner where you would stay quiet at the party and think, I'm going to talk to you after this. You have that other partner who says, well, no, let's talk now. What's wrong? Really loudly while holding their wine. You know, it's that kind of, so France is the very loud, let's talk now, get it out in the open. Why not have witnesses? And England is the, you know, Boris being sneaky quiet, you know, wanting to talk about it like outside of the public eye. So that's something to be aware of and just keep an eye on. Hey, Jack's dreaming, much love to you. Yeah, horror. Oh, wow. Brad, you are the Seven of Wands. So Brad comes in on Facebook and says, so full of it, laughy face 4 times, just for emphasis. That was me, not him. Worst psychic acting ever. Oh my goodness, I'm hurt. Don't hurt, Brad. You got me bad. Yeah, Peter. I would hate if I was Boris too. It's dumb, dumb. Yeah, Katrina, you're so right. Is the 7 of Wands. Brad coming in with his fire stick all fired up. You should maybe go and get a test, Brad, if your stick's so fired up and hot and itchy and irritable. Might be something there that could be fixed with a bit of cream. I say that with love too. Hide, Boris, hide. Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. I'm thinking this is Monday. So Sunday, the 28th of November, 2021. And we have we've got the devil on the bottom of the deck. The devil is in the detail. There are certain details coming out on Sunday. They like to do things on a Sunday regarding Parliament in particular, because they think they can sneak things through. People are expecting more business-like decisions to be made via Parliament, between Monday and Friday. And this is where, there's something going on where the devil is in the detail. It feels like they've lost a bit of detail in that there's certain elements coming out regarding the jobs that would bring even more emphasis to even across the board, the unjabbed and the jabbed, to say that, all right, okay, so there is real uncertainties there. There were real lies there, real coercion there. It feels like it's some kind of letter. It feels like it's some kind of correspondence. And that devil not getting that detail, they're going to regret that tomorrow, for sure. So it'll be interesting what comes up. Now, for personally, the devil is that aspect of us that we're chained to something, tied to something, an aspect to ourselves that doesn't serve us greatly, aspect to somebody else, to an addiction, to a way of being. It's something that is chaining us to a lower frequency. And so there's something that you can be looking at today to release yourself from those chains that bind you to that lower frequency, and also release your lower energy points into a space that they can be of a firm foundation for all of the other energy points within your body thereafter, rather than them being a crumbly foundation. Whereas you keep reaching peaks in your life energetically and thinking they have cracked it, but then there's very quickly the dip in that, you fall because of these firm foundations not being in place, because they are tethered, they're a cord to a lower frequency, not in a way of a foundational frequency, but a lower frequency that pulls you down somehow. Be aware of people drinking. Oh, Katrina, thank you so much, you beautiful lady. Be aware of people drinking. There's certain energies right now that are really hooking into that spirit, the veil, the spirits being very apparent, the veil being very transparent and thin between different dimensions, and certain energies. And I'm not saying all drinking's bad, it's not. I was speaking about this with a friend last night. It's the intent, it's what you're putting into, it's the carrier that you put in that drink into, as to what you have dangers of attracting in. You can either attract in just a really pleasant, lovely time with your friends, chilled, you know, inhibitions down, but in a way that just makes it fun for you. But at the same time, you're putting that into a carriage, a carrier, a body that has a lot of tethers to a lower frequency through inner work that's not being done, or indeed addictions that they're chained and bound to the lower frequencies. Then, you know, you get this, that you invite in a very different kind of spirit with the spirits that are consumed. And so there's a lot of low vibe spirits entering into people's sphere, going home with people in particular. Be aware of that if you or your partner is this energy, in that, you know, you might not be in full control, or they might not be in full control of what they do. So really assess your situation and whether your situation is still right for you regarding that, for safety, because there's certain things that are coming through very much so regarding the drinking aspect of things, people being triggered into going down that road. Hey, Sindal, I hope I pronounced that right. Al, type in your question, and if you've got to go, I'll still read it for you, and if somebody might timestamp it for me, Peter, please, or Patch, or somebody will timestamp it, and then you can come back to it. So yeah, I want to speak about Liverpool. I want to speak about the warnings that I've been putting out for a long time now, but again, they've come up intensely again. Hola. Oh, you're from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Much love to you, Elias. So Liverpool, it's a place in the UK, but I've been putting these warnings out in particular for women regarding these triggered attacks. Jax will remember them, the stabbings in particular. And I've been hearing in the UK, even down to a 12-year-old girl just last week now, much love to her family, being stabbed to death by a group of boys. An 18-year-old girl. There is a lot of murder happening right now, and for some reason Liverpool keeps coming up. I've got absolute confidence that if we were able to get full disclosure, we would find that in Liverpool in particular today, i.e. tomorrow, Sunday the 28th, and the week commencing that week, that a certain 5 and a 5th letter will be getting turned up, and has been getting turned up, tested, turned up, turned down over the past few months. And so this, again, the devil in the detail, in that there are certain things working together that are MK Ultra style, triggering people into these super violent, super nasty attacks. And unfortunately, it's going to affect a lot of the young women. So be careful regarding that and see what comes up, you know, come back and make a comment. But yeah, Jax, that spate of stabbings, it's kept ramping up, and it's not good, because it doesn't feel like it's going to go away. Yeah, a lot of trees down lately, Paul, and roads blocked. I've noticed that too, and a lot of them being cut down, not just falling down. And that's not good, because that's limiting the travel and the ease of travel around the different counties. So this spate of stabbings, Liverpool is at the northwest of England, yeah. It's not good, in that it's going to intensify. And so, you know, be aware, you know, tell your daughters to be super vigilant and careful regarding that. You know, those alarms that you can get that go on a key ring that make that super loud noise if you pull the pin out, things like that, you know, would be a really good idea. And that's not to fearmonger, that's just to prep. let's just to be aware and prep. Otherwise, you know, I'm a psychic, so what can you use me for? Use me to do that, to be able to prep and prepare and defer certain things that you don't want coming down the line. So the Three of Coins comes up, and damn, it's in reverse. And this is where we see energies, different energies coming together to work together, all having their own skin in the game, but for more negative reasons, because this is in reverse. And so they've got their own skin in the game. They're working with even people that they don't even like or respect. They're working or wouldn't usually spend time with. And so because they have a common goal or a common enemy, while hoping that their skin in the game, they can get their payoff for what they are interested in getting paid off for, in whatever way, shape or form that comes, whether that's accolade, energy, money, the physical. And so there is a lot of property theft today. There is a lot of business theft today. And you know, a lot of these love and light people that that proclaim that all of the time, and I'm not saying everybody, because you know, I love my people who are in that space, but in that space, truly, a lot of them are in this space of saying that, but actually their intentions and their energies and actions are saying the very opposite. They're willing to take from others and not so much give. So the balance is all out. So be aware of these energies in your individual life. In particular, you know, with business theft, property theft, you know, somebody's family, you know, siblings working together against the very sibling who cared for the mother or father, you know, working in a way to make sure that the will is manipulated, or the will is not doing what that loved one would want it to do. So it's not nice energies, but within this we find the strength, and within this we find the true inner grit. Within this we, you know, we can expand. So the Four of Coins comes up. Now this is where desperately these energies with the Three of Coins in reverse, they're desperately they're going to desperate measures. They're exposing themselves and their intentions, really, without you as the person who might be affected by these energies even trying to find out the truth. Before you even do that, the truth is coming to you. You know, the universe is just bringing that into you. And so this is where it's important to not cling on, because these people are clinging on to the same. They want the structure. They want it all. They want to hold on to all of these Four Pentacles. And with them working in a nefarious way in this Three of Pentacles in reverse, your power as the person affected by this kind of energy or situation, your power, again, just like yesterday's reading, but for yesterday, when this reading is meant for, your power is to release and trust. Release and trust that you can build even greater things in your physical reality, having defined yourself as the creator, as the sovereign and divine being in your own life. This shocks the hell out of the people who are working so hard to cling on to what is their skin in the game, or what they want to attain or have or steal. You just doing that is such a surprise, but also it releases space into your life for you to not mess about with measly pentacles, for you to be able to go forward and have trust in yourself to build more. And I can tell you now, karmically, psychically, these pentacles that you release are going to find their way back to you, whether that's a home, a business, you know, invoices coming in, through you doing that release, actually, these pentacles end up chasing you, so to speak. This abundance ends up chasing you, tracking you down as you're moving on up in your own right, in your own divine and sovereign self. So there's power in it for sure. Yeah, damn Klingons. Hey, Dr. Prayer. Always a battle within for sure. Yeah. Well, Brad here on Facebook, he just like to share that he's not battling anything within. He's losing the fight, and he's fought it and shared it. So, you know, I just want to give him some, you know, accolade for that. I suppose that's the best. If those sphincters don't, you know, really keep tight. What's been up there? Now we've got the Five of Wands in reverse. So this speaks of exit in the battle. Can you see here as well, numbers wise, we've got the 3, the 4, and the 5. So there's a progression here in you progressing through to this point of wisdom and a balance to just release everything that you've tried to hold on to, everything that you've been trying to keep whilst having these energies around you. Has been such a struggle, and you get to that point where you can just breathe and say, okay, even if I lose all of this, I'm just going to go and build what I know to build. Just going to go and do the actions that I know I'm led to do and fulfill. And actually in that release, this Five of Wands, instead of it being in the upright, which is the pointless cycle of battle, never ending, the types of energies that just want to bicker with you, that want to fight with you, even when you give them everything that they want to come at you and say, yeah, but you did that without a certain smile on your face, or you did that without bringing me a cup of tea at the same time. Ridiculous statements like that. This being in reverse is you getting to that point of release and saying, you know what, fight amongst yourself. Just as Peter said, fight within your own self, dude, because, you know, I've got me. And this is where that action taking forward releases you from this cycle that's kept staying in your life for too long. Staying in your life for a lot of people for so long that it feels right, in that it feels so normal. So this release is huge today, and it's even more huge when you look at the Devil on the bottom of the card, in that looking at this situation from a completely different perspective, something that you've never dreamt you would be able to just do, to just release. It brings you back to using this major arcana, the Devil, as a tool to break those chains that have bound you to a lower frequency, to a lower vibe existence. And, you know, you feel like that hot air balloon, you know, going up and being able to see things from a bird's eye perspective, rather than when you're in the Five of Wands, it's like you're in the battle zone. You can't see anything but the 3D in front of you. And that's all you can see, because all of your attention is being drawn into this battle for sure. And so it's a really powerful day, and following today. So this is for tomorrow, but following today, going into tomorrow, it's a really powerful energy for those that are ready to get out of this cycle, to release themselves from this burden. Now, on top of the other cards that came out, the Eight of Wands in reverse came out. This would be also to speak of taking the action to cut off that energy. Like we said for yesterday, not giving energy in that space, not feeding that fire with your air, but feeding your internal fire to have the best revenge be your greatness being seen by the world, kind of thing. We've got any messages. This is the cut-off period. This is being that rock to the narcissist, that unfeeling, totally balanced, totally grounded, but not giving any energy to this kind of space, this kind of energy. Hey, Susie Q, my lovely, my beautiful sister. Hey, Daisy. Ah, lovely girls. So interesting, and a lot of inner growth here, a lot of expansion here. It's not easy, you know. The spiritual path isn't always pretty, you know. It's about the dark in inner corners a lot of the time. It's about then the light. It's about getting dirty in the ground and grounding yourself. It's about, you know, the nitty gritty isn't always beautiful. The releasing of toxins from your body isn't always beautiful. The cleansing of spirit isn't always what people would call beautiful. Yet I can see beauty in that. Even pain, when you're transmuting and really feeling pain, but then releasing it, that's to me one of the most beautiful things to witness, because there's that intensity and that reverence given to the pain. All of a sudden the pain takes on a different label, a different energy, and it seeks to serve you as a flag point, as a way forward. And there is something of a reward at the end of it. Hey, my good day, Susie Q. She says the sun is coming up. She brings the sun up, our Susie. So that was Monday, the 29th. Right, keep me right. Monday the 29th. The strength card comes up. I'm going to speed up a bit just so my voice holds out and I can do some questions. So we've got the strength card, major arcana number 8. This would speak to having that divine feminine within and divine masculine within in balance, ready to act when appropriate, having a lot of it's snowing like crazy outside. We had a huge storm last night, and so I've got 3 big fences down that I've now got to go out and fix in the snow. So yeah, I'm looking out that window and thinking, okay, I'm working up to it. But it's still really windy. So I don't know whether to just wait and let the full damage happen and then pick up. I'll show you some pictures when I go out. I won't forget, Katrina. I won't forget, sweetie. So the strength card coming up for Monday, the 29th of November. Divine feminine, divine masculine balance within to act appropriately as and when needed. This isn't to say it's easy. The strength card often comes up when we're actually having to have a show of strength. This would speak to also really working the strength coming from within. You can see these Kundalini snakes here representing the divine feminine. You can't see them. Divine feminine, I've got too much light. Divine feminine, divine masculine, Kundalini snakes up the middle, representing the inner strength. And you can only show that outer strength with inner strength. I had a conversation with another friend last night, and I was talking about how I find it interesting to listen to sportsmen and women because they're very driven, and it's an interesting way for me because I see that they're talking about a spiritual path. You know, they've got a coach, a shaman, a mentor, a spiritual coach. So saying, you know, the same way I spiritually coach people in their own personal sessions. 707, cool. The coach in the athlete's world, you know, pushes them on and coaches them and bolsters them and teaches them and shows them the strength that they have within, but has to draw that strength out a lot of the time. And so using the experiences that come up in our life to actually see it as a way of having our own energetic universal coach that may not feel comfortable all the time, but these experiences that are coming up actually give us a strength, a way to show ourselves how much strength we've built up inside, how much balance we really have built up inside. So if we didn't have these experiences being sent to us, you know, that we wouldn't, or attracting into us, then we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know the difference. And so, but talking about athletes and things like that, you know, they go through basically the ancient stories, the biblical stories of enlightenment and all of that. You know, they go through the same types of things. They go through body hurt, they go through tears, they go through disappointment, they go through wins, they go through bliss, and it builds up this core strength if it's used correctly. And it's that kind of strength. And I was talking about inner strength coming from within, and that you hear boxers giving, I don't know what you would call it, like slap talk to each other, you know, before a fight. And it said, I've watched that because I find it interesting in that I can see that they're trying to trigger each other's inner wounds. They've learned about each other and they're trying to trigger with certain name calling. It's a strategy, because if they can psychologically from the inside trigger an emotional response that creates an imbalance and a weakness from the inside, they know they've already won at least one round before the match even starts, because the fight comes from within, not from the without. So this is oh, got them on today. Somebody else is coming on. I'll give you a reading. So that's where that inner strength is coming from, and much needed, but use it, not being disappointed that you're being challenged to use that inner strength, seeing it as a way of exploring just how much you've grown, just how strong you are. Wow, it's a blizzard. So the Two of Wands comes up after that, and this is where there's two sides here on the strength card with the divine feminine, divine masculine. There's two wands here mirroring it. And so this would speak of there's a need to assess the situation before moving in. Whatever situation that resonates with you, there's a need to, hey, Becca Boo, lovely lady. There's a way to assess the situation before moving in. Going forward with the strength from within wins the fight before you would even land the first blow or land the first action. The Two of Wands being the energies before the Three of Wands, where you go into full-blown action. So the Two of Wands is initiating a plan, pondering thoughts, balanced thoughts, ways of going forward, and engaging the divine feminine and the divine masculine in that thought process in order to create the right pathway forward for yourself, particularly leading from the days that we've just done previously there for today and tomorrow, of this real narcissistic energy that's around, real negative spirits attached to people and from within people that are around. This is where we find the light in ourselves, and therefore find the light of our true friends, the true people we're supposed to meet and be with. So there's beauty in this, but taking a step back before launching into action is super important. Hey Levine, much love to you. I haven't seen you for a bit either. I've missed you all so much. So the Page of Coins comes up in reverse as the next card. So this would speak to there's certain messages coming forward for a lot of you today that are deliberately twisted, and that I wouldn't place your action plan on these messages that come through to you today, and that they are distorted. They're not reflective of the truth, and they're trying to pull you into a reaction to serve them and not yourself. Now, the Hanging Dragon, the Hangman, Major Arcana on the bottom of the deck, this is all about being able to look at the situation that resonates with you for today with a bird's eye view, from a different perspective completely, and to be able to take that pause to find the strength to hold back from going into reactionary mode, and being able to be enlightened in that pause, because this energy with this Page of Pentacles in reverse isn't going to be able to help it. When they don't get the response that is required from you, from them, they're going to up the ante. They're going to start saying even more ludicrous things. So the truth will be revealed in your stillness, in your quietness. You know, think of the the gangster movies, the mafia. It's always the quiet boss in the corner. You don't know quite what he's thinking. Even when he kisses you on the forehead, is that the kiss of death or is that the kiss of love? You know, there's strength in that silence, in that stillness. And for energies that want to draw stuff out of you unfairly, to feed from you energetically, often silence, not protesting too much, is a killer for them. They can't stand that because it's not giving them the in that they need in order to mess up whatever they're trying to mess up for you or gain for themselves. So I'm going to do that. I'll leave that for now. So where did we get to? We got to the 29th. Yeah, 29th. So we'll come back on Sunday and do the rest of the week. So let's do, for a personal reading. Thank you, my sister, Susie Q in the house, always holding space. Thank you, Susie Q. We all love you. So who have we got? Can everybody who wanted to have a question answered, just give me another heads up about it. Oh, Becca, I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, I've been sort of staying away from certain places, so I would love that. Just a proper catch up. Let's do ritual, baby girl. Let's see. There was something for a grandmother. Elizabeth, of course I'm drawn to you. I'll pull you a card too. I'm just trying to, could everybody that wanted something pulled out just put another comment in. I'm sorry to, Al wanted a card, so Al, and then Katrina, was it you from your grandmother? I've got names mixed up. Oh, Al. Okay. So we've got the Five of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. The three cards wanted to be out there, so just let the three out there. The Five of Cups would be speaking to an upset. It would be speaking to being very upset, or if this hasn't occurred already, you know, that is on the cards. Now the Seven of Swords speaks of the feeling like you're being stolen from right underneath your nose. That would be intellectual property, ideas, thoughts, manipulated thoughts, you know, even at work, you know, gaining more hours without the fair pay kind of thing, that kind of energy coming through there. Now the Death card is in the middle of that, and so the Death card would speak to, not usually speaking to a physical death, but you know, for some reason that feels like it very much is speaking to a physical death, and it may well be a death from the past that feels like it's coming forward, or some information is coming forward regarding that death for you, either now or very soon, that brings it back to the fore, that brings it back to that painful moment. Now the Three of Swords comes out after that, and so that is really painful. The thoughts impacting the heart chakra, and really pulling that beautiful heart of yours that is so light and so beautiful and balanced into a space of hurt, of pain. Now, I want to say where the details are coming forward, either from a past death or a death coming forward. You know, you're spiritually strong enough that spirit could give you this message absolutely, for the future, to be prepared. But this would speak of not concentrating too much on the details of what was done and what was stolen, what memories, time, thoughts were stolen from you, regarding the details of death, and holding those in your heart chakra. You need more cards. Al, are you okay at the moment? Because this would mean that, you know, there is a level of information coming forward regarding misdoings surrounding a death, you know, charts not being filled in correctly and on all having an effect on that. But this space where it's affecting your heart chakra and having you in this 5 of Cups energy. So what else does Al need to know regarding this situation? What else does Al need to know regarding, clarify death, please, clarify death. Clarify death. King of Pentacles. Somebody ascending from the physical plane. Somebody that works very hard or worked very hard. We have all the pentacles in a row. Can we clarify the heart chakra, 3 of Swords, please? Clarify the 3 of Swords, please. So we've got the 6 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So this would speak to the pain of a female, affecting the heart chakra, the heart, affecting the mental thoughts, and either that female helping you move forward into calmer mental thought waters, and a more comfortable space in the heart chakra, or indeed you moving away from a female energy in order to have a bit of stillness in that heart chakra. But get in touch with me, Al, if get in touch with me if you think I can help, because we've got the 9 of Wands there on the bottom of the deck. So that would speak of the need for absolute discernment going forward, the feeling a bit muggy in the head as to how you go forward with this information, how you go forward with these thoughts, and what path to really take regarding you moving on and going forward. So 9 of Wands, clarify that 9 of Wands for me a bit more. So the Knight of Cups. So this would be going where your heart is led to go to, but we must address the fact that we speak to the heart and re-establish powerful thoughts rather than hurtful thoughts and worrying thoughts to that heart space before taking those actions, which would be taking that pause with the 9 of Wands to create that discernment and have that space to do that. But yeah, super powerful reading, Albert. Email me for sure if you need any help or any guidance at all. You know I'm here, brother, absolutely. No question at all. So much love to you, Al. Much love to you. I'm hugging you, brother. Hey, Pearl, much love to you, beautiful. Let's see who was next. Pearl, of course you can. Katrina, grandmother. So what would Katrina's grandmother have to advise Katrina right now? does the grandmother want to say to Katrina? I don't know why, Katrina, but it's coming through, so I'm going to say it. But you know, I don't know if you know the song, and if you don't, it sounds crazy, and it's quite a funny thing that's coming through from it actually. But Nelly the elephant, Nelly the elephant packed a trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. So there's something about you needing to leave, move on, pack it up, you know, let it go. But listen to that song. One, I think it will make you really smile because you know it'll be from her. Yeah, Nelly the elephant. It's like a nursery rhyme. It is a nursery rhyme. Words mean something, and so the King of Cups comes out. Nine of Wands. King of Swords, okay. And the Eight of Wands. So there is correspondence that needs to go back and forth, or it already is going back and forth between yourself and other parties or another party. Now, the King of Cups represents a man in your life. And your grandmother wants to say have huge amounts of discernment regarding that, the doubts that you keep hearing. Could I really achieve this and do this for myself though? Could I really put all of this care in my own right? Could I really do all of the things that I need to do to facilitate care? I'm hearing, and you're having this Nine of Wands, is that it's not to say that there's any sort of slating messages coming through for this King of Cups, but it is to say that what that King of Cups wants to keep from you is, which is rightfully yours to care for. It's not right that is being done in that way. And so we've got the King of Swords on the other side of you. So for me and your grandmother, you are the Nine of Wands in the middle here. And so this would speak to certain authorities getting involved or already being involved in the situation, and you having to have great discernment and strength to oppose this King of Cups, which feels like a difficult, energetic decision for you to do, because there's love there, you know, there is, although it's strained, there's love there, you know, and respect there from your side. And so it makes it difficult for sure. It's not easy. Now, let's further clarify the King of Cups, please. Katrina, what do you want to say to her about this? Katrina's grandmother, what do you want to say to her about this situation? Feels like it's been ongoing, sweetie. Yeah, she wants you to leave where you're at, physically. Leave where you're at. There's something better that you haven't looked at yet, or haven't opened yourself up to the opportunity of yet. We've got the Lovers card, and so making that major decision regarding going for how you go forward, and it's tied into location and emotionally letting go of someone or something that you've kept clinging on to. Again, that song Nelly the Elephant keeps coming through, but there's this 10 of Pentacles, Katrina, that is, it's your promise. It's the promise that you fulfill to yourself of this abundance and this alignment of your physical reality, of you to be able to provide for not just yourself, but for another, for others. And you're doing that through being brave enough to make the decision with the Lovers card to emotionally detach yourself with this Eight of Cups from things that have kept you locked up and attached to a lower vibe. The physical move would actually look very good in this authority's eyes. So the 8 of Cups coming in where the 9 of Wands. So you're doing the action of emotionally detaching and physically leaving. That's been holding you. And that's where the discernment comes in. That's where the clear sight comes in as to how you go forward. And that is where the 10 of Pentacles comes in. So super powerful energy for you, Katrina, but you've got to own that power, baby girl. You've got to really intensely feel the capacity you have within to do all of the things you want to do and more. For sure. I hope that helps. It will help because you're going to do this. You've got this. You've got this. So Pearl. What needs to come through for Pearl? Beautiful name, Pearl. My granny's name was Margaret, and she used to love the fact that Margaret means pearl. And she used to say, because I'm shiny as a pearl. She didn't have any bodily hair. She was like a pearl. That was beautiful. It was beautiful. So, okay. So 5 of Swords, Pearl. This is a nasty energy, nasty attack, almost seemingly needlessly, that you have endured or will endure. It's this battleground where there's no winners. Anybody that is involved in it doesn't win from the situation. Even the person that's stealing the swords there, from the bloodied opponents, it isn't winning anything, because they're stealing negatively charged thoughts, negatively charged words. They're owning things, negative words that have been said, that have hurt, that have harmed others. So who wants to own that, you know? Death. So, okay. See, death for me is coming through, and it very rarely does, is physical death a lot. Card. No, so this isn't physical death. This is about, oh wow, 5 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You've got to get out and move out of this cycle, of this endless cycle of bickering and fighting with the people that you have around you, sweetheart. It's not you. It doesn't resemble you. It doesn't resonate with you any longer or at all. And so this week might be a bit of a difficult week, a tense week, because things will ramp up as you energetically move out of this space, but you are energetically and spiritually moving out of this space, therefore physically. So you've got this energy of chaos around you, but it is actually causing this death, which actually means in this reading, transition into the new, into a different way of being, into a different way of thinking, because, my sweetheart, you've got the Fool card. And so major arcana, this is like that 0 point energy where you're able to 0 point in with focus and not even be afraid of the things in the same way that you used to be afraid of new experience, of what if I don't make it? What if I don't enjoy it? What if I feel alone? But now, through these energies and through these experiences that you've been having, and these spiritual knowings that you've been having, stirrings, you're moving into this space where you, regardless, even if you know there's perils along the journey with the Fool card, you're willing to just experience it. So it's not that you're not afraid of it, but you're willing to embrace it. And this is what gets you out of this endless loop and actually kills this cycle, death to this cycle in your life. Which is a beautiful thing, because a lot of people are needing to transition through that kind of process, and it's not easy. It's not easy to do, but when it happens, it's like, damn. I mean, that Fool card for you holds such energy and bliss and happiness, and getting that true smile of yours back. For sure. I've got the bunny rabbit here, and he's trying to reach up to the table, little thing. Who else was there? Keep me right, keep me right, keep me right. Keep me right. Okay, people are going to have to comment again. Sorry. Hey, Joe. Much love to you, Joe. Let's see. Susie Q, what you riding? Your bike? Ella, who's the man I met on the street 5 days ago? Why'd they catch my attention? Can I tell you, they are actually, and I don't say this easily, but it feels to me like you've had an encounter of your own starseed family. Tell me more about the appearance of him. Yeah, a lot of trumps in that song. Well, Brad would like that because, you know, farting over here, people say you've trumped. So our little troll would love that song. Reading for you. I hope that helps, Katrina. You appreciate and you understand. Yeah, I understand why you can't say too much more. So let's say Rittik, I think that I've pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I've butchered it there for you. Rittik, what does Rittik need to know from Spirit today? What does Rittik need to know from Spirit today? Please give guidance to Rittik today. The Judgment card, so it's a major arcana. Now, if you can see it here, it's people rising from the tomb, and they're naked and they're answering the trumpet call. There is a sea between them, and then there's other people beyond that sea doing the same thing. And it's talking about you really feeling that trumpet call, Rittik, to follow this path that you just know inside that you're meant to follow. Really knowing the direction that you need to go in, but it takes a certain amount of wisdom to let go. There's a lot of letting go at the moment, and to strip yourself bare of that doesn't resonate with you. You know, all of the barnacles that we build up, the labels that others put on us, the labels that we put on ourselves, you know, picture those as barnacles on a whale. A lot of them need to be taken off, and have the bravery to be your raw, naked self, and let go of that doesn't serve you anymore, doesn't resonate with you anymore, in order to follow this journey that you know you're meant to go on. Now, the number 6 of wands comes up. Now, this would speak to, this is where victory lies for you. So although it might feel nerve-wracking, because a lot of that letting go might even be family members or certain relationships, the types of relations you have with family members, i.e. maybe not being quite so intensely visiting anymore and stuff like that, might be difficult. But this victory that you have in following your path intuitively, even when others have told you not to, told you that it's not sensible, this victory is yours when you really do be brave enough to let go and be your raw and true self, and let go of that doesn't resonate with you anymore. Now, we've got the Hermit cards. So you've got 2 major arcanas that have come out there that is about this inner work, and the Hermit is one of the greatest warriors in the tarot deck. You know, I see him as blind with these 2 physical eyes and deaf with these 2 physical ears, and just holding this lantern of enlightenment up, and he walks the long and crooked road, all of the turns and corners of our inner path. This is our inner warrior that isn't afraid to look at those inner things, those inner wounds, childhood, you know, things that we need to still transmute that we thought we'd just bury and brush under the rug in a corner of ourselves and it wouldn't come up again. But this is where the bravery really does. You don't get this kind of path opening up to you and this kind of wisdom coming to you and victory without doing the work, so to speak. So it would be this inner work that would allow you to emerge from this tomb, beautiful, raw, and nothing to hide, because you're not hiding anything from yourself. And when you can do that, nobody can hold anything else against you, because the most terrifying things are the things that we hide from ourselves, because we hide them for a reason. We're frightened of judgment of others. We're frightened from the judgment of ourselves or the ramifications. When we've been brave enough to be the hermit, that warrior within, and we're not hiding anything from ourselves, we're able to either accept or transmute or let go of, then nobody can hold you to any other triggers or any other hooks, because people can only hold you at those hooks that you're afraid to look at yourself. So it's very powerful reading for you too. Now, the Queen of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, and this would speak to the wise words of a mother, intuitive, psychic, the intuitive side of the divine feminine nature will be coming to you, and take note of what is said or the gestures that are made, the food that is cooked. There's messages for you within those. So I hope that helps you, sweetie. Kayla, of course. Financially, you apply that financially, Riddick, that would mean that you do have that inner work to do to get yourself in alignment, to feel brave enough to go out in a completely different direction and trust that the universe has your back. But the financial situation that you were in will only be aided by inner work first to the outside. Sure. So I hope that helps, Ritik. Kayla Amy. What does Kayla Amy need to know from Spirit today for her greatness, for her bliss? What does Kayla need to know today or be made aware of today? Nine of Wands again, Kayla. So this speaks to the need of discernment. Take a pause and look at the situation again. Page of Swords. So there's certain messages that have come through to you recently or are going to, that you also need that extra discernment on. Take a pause, wait, sit on the situation for a moment, because then the Knight of Swords comes out. And this is where the Knight of Swords either comes to your defense or comes to you with truth that you can use in your greatness, in your defense over a situation or a decision that needs to be made. But definitely sit on the messages coming forward initially from this Page of Swords, which is a more immature energy. But at the same time, this is representing you, then you would say that there is this digging for the truth. There is this, you're wanting to research, you're wanting to look into something, you want to really dig into the nitty gritty of something to know the truth. You feel very driven about that. And the more that you find, the more discernment you're finding that you need. Now, at this point, as you keep digging and being the scholar, so to speak, this is where the Knight of Swords comes in. Now, this could be this bolt of lightning coming through your own thought pattern, through your research and digging that you've been doing, all of a sudden becoming just so clear, and you being your own Knight of Swords coming in with like, damn, how did I not see that before? And this is where you'll be so glad that you sat on the situation and didn't say anything for the immediate. Now, the Judgment card again for you comes up on the bottom of the deck. This speaks to a lot of people being called to their path right now, and it's a real high point. in their path. And there is a huge amount of discernment with this Nine of Wands that is needed in order to be able to, you're wanting the truth to know what to let go of, Kayla, and that's going to be coming through for you real strongly. And this, again, adding to you being able to just be more truly you, without the labels or boxes other people want you in, you truly emerging from your own self into something even greater, leveling up spiritually and physically on this path that you're on. But you're right to have questions and discernment about the situation that you're thinking about right now. Let's see. Leanne, oh my beautiful Leanne. Yes, of course you can. Moon, hey Moon, big love your way. Big love, big hugs, big kisses to you. What does Leanne need to know from Spirit today? What does Leanne need to know for her greatness from Spirit today? What does Leanne need to know from Spirit today? What does Leanne need to know? Knight of Cups. The Judgment card, damn, it's coming out, isn't it, in force? And the Five of Pentacles for my beauty. So we've got here, Leanne, the Knight of Cups is trying to portray a message of love, trying to portray 2 seconds. So trying to portray this message of love, to trying to give you this energy, this direction of emotional, it's put in the heart on the sleeve. There's a lot of emotional outspilling from this energy, and we have the Judgment card coming up after that. There is an energy that you just know, and even no matter what it looks like to the world, of you just needing to know that this doesn't resonate with you, and that's okay, and needing to know that you can be bare from this. That's not gonna get you on the path that you know you feel driven to be on. And so the Five of Pentacles speaks of that, in that the Five of Pentacles is cutting something out, feeling left out, or having someone be cut out or feeling left out of your life, but for necessary reasons. So very, very necessary, in that this Judgment card, you've got this inner knowing that something is kicking off within you, something is stirring, something is leveling up and pushing you to a higher standard, a higher degree of wisdom, and it's not going to wash anymore, this emotional outpouring. It's actually going to push you into the position that you need to be in order to let go, be outside of a situation that financially, physically might seem more comfortable, but actually it's not going to have you in your naked raw truth. So there's this in the middle that is driving the force of both of these. Now, the Death card being on the bottom of the deck speaks to this being a huge transition in your life, a very deep and meaningful transition in your life. It is no joke having the Death card and the Judgment card. It's not. This is a very, very high level spiritual process that's going on within you right now, and nothing's going to stop it. So you have the discernment and the bravery to just be as the energies are leading you to be, in letting go, cutting out, being outside of all the words that are coming up for you, Leanne, my lovely. Very powerful, sweetness. Big love to you, Moon. I love Moon. Oh, right, Pearl. Well, that would speak to a lot of your reading. I didn't, Joe. Send it to me again. Sorry, I've had so many messages. I'm having to cut back a lot, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of me again. I'm going to have really, again, had to learn those lessons of the Six of Pentacles and what the wisdom is of where you put your energy and the ramifications of that you have to deal with when you put your energy and kindness in the wrong directions. It's not nice and it's not good. And so I've been so busy and away from it all. You thinking you're doing the right thing, but actually, no, I was not helping the right people, or I wasn't helping in balance with my own energetic bank, so to speak. I just feel constantly let down by people around me looking to start a new life somewhere else. Oh, Pearl, I'm with you on that. Yeah, but put in absolute manifestation your way for the perfect place to open up for you. The perfect space to open up for you, sweetheart, for you to be strong and healthy and blissful and happy. Levine. Much love to you, Levine. You're in Africa, aren't you? What does Levine need to know from Spirit today? Bye, Peter. Much love. Hate to see you leave. What's it love to watch you go? This voice. Eight of Swords, Levine. High Priestess and King of Cups. And so this Eight of Swords is speaking to this mental cycle that you've got yourself in, where these repetitive thoughts are spinning round and round and round in your mind. You can't see clearly. She's blindfolded in this card and bound in this card. So you don't feel like you've got that wiggle room. And actually, it's represented very much in the physical aspect of your reality, where you don't feel like you've got much freedom or wiggle room, but actually it is from the inside. Again, it's it's the mental prison that you're in that is then reflecting on the outside, where it's the mental binding that has bound you up to a certain thought pattern that is then reflecting on the outside of you. And so it's about using this card for your greatness, in that, what are these thoughts? Transmute them from your consciousness down your arm into physical paper. Look at them, do ritual, burn them, look at the truth behind them, because there is more to say with this High Priestess card, which deals in the hidden, the occult. There is more to say, that half of these thoughts aren't even your own, and half of these thoughts, if not more, don't even need to affect you. They're not even yours to have. And so by doing this kind of ritual practice of getting those thoughts to stop spinning around up here, but grasping them and turning the ineffable, the uncatchable, into something that's absolutely physical and tangible, i.e. writing it down, and then you having the power and control ritualistically over those thoughts that you've written down, is a real powerful way for you to switch around the way that you're thinking. It's for you to be able to remap your brain again, and to be able to see the hidden beyond these thoughts, where these thoughts got in. What do you need to let go of, and what do you need to cling on to? What knowledge and wisdom that you've already learned but have forgotten to put into practice needs to come forward again. So that's super important for you right now, and a very strong divine feminine surge coming through you right now, in that, this will be the very thing that helps you do this kind of ritual to release yourself from being bound by your own thoughts, by being stuck with no wiggle room via your own thoughts. Now the King of Cups comes up, so there's this divine masculine energy coming in that the King of Cups is an energy that is just so connected with the emotional body, but is super strong because of it. It does not mean like over gushy, over soft. This king is just so emotionally balanced in that, you know, he gives the emotion where he sees fit. And he doesn't give emotion to where he doesn't see fit, to where he doesn't see it serving him. He's a king. He's adorned with greatness. He's adorned with jewels. And so he doesn't get there by, again, like I was saying with me, wasting that currency, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, in the wrong direction. And so being a bit more relaxed about who you are and what you are, and loving that will also release a lot of these thoughts that are constructing this mental prison. And so using both divine feminine and divine masculine aspects is really powerful. And there's also a man in your life, I don't know whether it's a father figure or a boss, that reflects this, and maybe you can gain a greater understanding through this divine feminine energy of the high priestess to this king of cups in your life, where you can turn the perspective of that person around, in that previously, while you're in this thought pattern, they might have been very frustrating, but it could be that you're completely misunderstanding them, that they're just so comfortable around you that there's nothing hidden, and so they're completely themselves, and that actually is a beautiful thing. And turning that thought pattern around to being more open about new perspectives of old people. The Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is the energy of getting back to you, in that I see you as a real firecracker, as somebody who is not the drunk of the party, but would be the life and soul, would be the person that is bridging conversations between new people meeting the group, that is continue getting conversations going, that is you know, able to hold the frequency of a room for others to be able to enjoy. And this is the kind of energy that people love about you, that you are this kind of people's person when you are in your greatness. But this Eight of Swords has been sort of dragging that down, and maybe veiled a little bit of that for you. So to get back to the energy of being much more relaxed in yourself, and being the much more fun character, doing the ritual that you need to do regarding writing those words and burning them, or looking at them and saying, where did they come from? Where did I start owning them? I guarantee you'll dwindle that list down to nearly nothing, if not nothing. And you know, you'll sleep better. Much love to you, Levine. Kayla, Dunkayla. Oh, Jax, you're moving next Saturday. Okay, for next Saturday. So, all right, thank you, Susie. I'll do those, and then I better go, for this voice still not top notch. Must get you on the phone as well. I've missed you so much. I've got so much to say. So much to say. Jax, Knight of Pentacles. So don't be frustrated about timing. Strategy wins. Being strategic is going to make this a super smooth transition. You're focused on the location that you've got. You move into that regardless. There will be a few hiccups that come up along the way that might seem stressful. Look at them from a different perspective. At one point, you need more time to be able to travel. But what beautiful energy is coming behind. I'm so glad you're moving, Jax, out of where you're, the area that you're at. And timing wise, girl, you got it, because the Knight of Cups has come out after the Knight of Pentacles. So definitely moving. Oh my goodness, Jax, look, I'm saying look, you can't see yet, but there's this juggling aspect where you've been juggling for quite some time, but you've been brave enough, you found that energy, that location, that space, and you've put all of your energy into that one thing. And this is where you can stop juggling. And so the Knight of Pentacles coming up with the Knight of Cups coming up. You're traveling and you're taking your emotions with you, in that you're taking your memories with you, your physical memories, and also the memories in your consciousness with you. So when that thought comes up and you get a bit teary, think of me and smile and say, yes, it's still with me all the time. Downsizing, difficult, yes, and difficult to know what to let go of, but don't be too hung up on that. You have your memories made, not only in your own consciousness, but in your beautiful daughter's consciousness and the people thereafter. And so there is this energy where you can release that stress of worrying about taking too much or not taking enough, because you're taking your emotions with you, and you're going to infuse that space with beautiful energy. Message me when you've got it. I'll send you a sage bundle. We can walk around on Zoom together. If I can't drive to you, we can walk around on Zoom together, and we'll put bliss in that house, love in that house, and really clear that space for you for sure. It's good energy. And then the King of Pentacles comes out. I mean, come on, really building new firm foundations, and abundance is going to be released into this new location. You are going to create different streams of abundance in this location. And so this is just, it's just beautiful. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Congratulations, sister. Congratulations. So, Nigel. What does Nigel need to know? I haven't done Nigel, have I? Oh, thanks, Al. I'll look at that. The Star card, Nigel, the Star card. So this is about temperance. Wow. This is about healing, hope, creating that balance, and finding the beauty in being naked. Oh my goodness, Nigel. So you've got the Star card coming up, and you can see here, this is building that circuit board of healing and hope, and being able to use the sacred waters to cleanse from within to the without. This is true healing. This is true transmutation. Having ancestral memories coming forward in this process. You're going to be hit with ancestral memories lately, and seeing yourself in this naked figure, and loving the carrier that you're in, the body that you have, the spirit that you have, the energy that you hold, beautiful healing energy and hope. Now the Temperance card comes up, and this is about transmuting again. As the Star card is exchanging the two jugs, one on the land, one in the water, the Temperance card and has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. The Temperance card also has 1 foot on water, 1 foot on land, and is transmuting water, sacred waters, energy across the heart chakra from one vessel to another, creating that balance, transmuting the energies. There is so much that you are healing and digging deep into lately, and really truly pulling out roots that you can really use going forward in order to create this new raw naked balance. I mean, this is a beautiful energy, and the Justice card comes out. So you've got 3 major arcanas, and the 5 of Wands speaks to all of this. That the 5 of Swords, a little bit like the lady earlier, the 5 of Pearl earlier, the 5 of Swords, there's nobody winning, bloody fighting, words being exchanged, nastiness. All of a sudden, you're just so above all of that. You look at this card, then you look at these 3 cards consecutively. You doing this inner work then actually brings in your karmic justice anyway. And so it's wow. I mean, whatever justice you needed from slander, words being said, fighting, attack, you've got it, and you've got it only by doing the hard work and inner work that you have been doing. beautiful. Beautiful, Nigel. Peter. Hey, Christine Barclay, much love to you. Oh, so Peter, Hangman. Don't think Peter likes Hangman, or is that Elderberry? The Hermit. Major Arcana is coming up. Did I do Peter earlier? Hey, beloved, much love to you. Hey, Alabici in Australia. Oh, so much love to you, my beauty. Tough over there, yeah. I like that. I showed that one. Let's see. Did I do Peter before? I didn't, did I? Hey, Lewis. Much love to you. Right, okay. So Peter, the Hangman. It's speaking about seeing things from a different perspective, being still and being comfortable in that stillness for enlightenment to come forward. But with this Hermit card coming in, there is something within that you've been avoiding for so long. Even some like past life trauma also. This is deep within you, that you know that you're putting yourself in stasis and allowing yourself to have the bravery to walk this inner path. Now the Three of Swords comes up. Painful card that's come up a few times this week in private readings and today in different decks. The Three of Swords comes up, and this would speak of, yeah, painful process, but it's actually far less painful than the pain being there in the corner hidden. But very much something coming forward regarding past life trauma, past life pain, and you really digging down deep to transmute that energy, but also with that release the lessons that you've already learned from that process. Really powerful. Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's like you're merging two timelines right now regarding this. Super important time for you and a lot of power in it. So we did Leanne, Joe, and Elderberry. Let's go. Knight of Pentacles, Joe. So strategy wins the day, my friend. Slow and steady wins that race. Whatever it might be, and it's the physical message that you need to bring forward. Feels like you're being opposed by something of an energy, because we've got the Knight of Wands here coming up face on, actually, with the Page of Wands coming thereafter. So if you look, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and then it's as it's coming in, we've got the Knight of Wands here sort of opposing. So this far more loud and brash energy opposing your strategic researched energy, and there's a bit of a clash here. Now the Page of Wands speaks of for both parties, or whether this represents two aspects of yourself within, Joe. It would speak of actually remembering how to have fun, remembering to be like the child, but also being more mutable, more having more plasticity, in that, you know, having a little bit more flexibility in order to move in different ways to get to a set goal, rather than being quite so fixed as the Knight of Pentacles, or quite so brash and changeable as the Knight of Wands, having that balancing point from the within. But it does feel like opposition, and the Five of Wands again comes up, and so it does feel like there's clashing here, physical clashing. Again, the wisdom for you here, Joe, would be to be like that Page of Wands and be more mutable, have more plasticity, and move around, because this fight or opposition would just go on forever. if energy allowed it, if people kept feeding it energy, it would keep burning, my friend. Elder Barry, big bro. What does Spirit need to tell Elder Barry? Big bro. Different deck, that's what it says. What does Elder Barry need to know? 10 of coins. So this is, you're still thinking very much so about your physical reality, about your home, about your abundance, my friend, how and what to do with it. And there's the 3 of coins comes up here also. So we've got the 10 of coins and the 3 of coins. So this is speaking to you've attracted in a certain level of teamwork around you that is helpful in this process of either moving or either moving the home or changing the setup of inheritance. Wow, 10 of cups, big bro. So this is bringing about, and this is lovely. This is what I've waited for you. This is bringing about an alignment. So where you've been fighting to create this physical alignment and therefore emotional alignment in a certain way with certain people involved, you've actually listened to the wind and, you know, listened to spirit and started to release yourself from the burden of how things have to look or should look, or what things should be included or who should be included, and actually look beyond that. And that's where this teamwork and advice has come in for you, and you create in this alignment in the 10 of cups that you've been seeking for a long time, this emotional balance. Now it's not to full fulfillment yet, but it's coming in, brother. And so then you have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Coins, sorry, that comes out. So very much so involved in the teamwork that's coming up here. This Queen of Cups that, you know, there might be love down the line. There might be a certain kind of fire there. The Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's something brewing for you, and your life is going to look much different next year, brother. Much more different in a very good way, and you're laying down the ground stones now, the stepping stones now. That's amazing, big bro. So I think I've got everybody up to that point. Right, well, I'll pull cards on it, Ella, but I actually said earlier that I feel that this, and I don't say this lightly, people who know have listened to me for a while, I feel you encountered somebody from your starseed family. I do. And so we'll pull some cards on it, Ella, to ask what comes forward. The Sun. Your soul, your soul, the soul, your family, soul family, your starseed family, the enlightenment. There's something more. You're going to run into him again. Caught your eye for a reason. I want you to see that the 2 suns in there, it feels like I'm hearing you're beyond that second sun. And that is what came in for you there. The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck speaks of certain wisdoms are going to come forward to you now after this encounter, because you're open to it now. So yeah, I stand by what psychically came through before without the cards, that I said to you. I feel like you've met somebody from your starseed family, from your soul's family. Namaste, beloved. Namaste to you. 4 of Cups. Something that you're not seeing around you that in particular was trying to draw your attention to. Now, this is a very powerful reading because you've got the Sun card and then the Hierophant. So the Sun card, enlightenment, bringing forward that abundance, opening up doors, opening up flowers, you know, that harvest. But this, with being the Hierophant, you're going to gain some wisdoms that you didn't have before about yourself in particular. The Four of Cups, there's something that you're not quite seeing yet, or the true impact of this encounter. And this is going to come forward, but I want you to profess more power over yourself. It is actually what kind of starseed you are, and with the Empress card on the bottom of the deck as well. That's 1, 2, 3 major arcanas in a very small reading. And the Empress wisdom, Ella, is to, through your thoughts, your words, and your deeds, you create your reality. You can absolutely call this encounter in again, but be very cognizant of your thoughts and your words and your deeds, because you're creating your reality intensely right now. In fact, you're going through quite a manifestation spark at the moment, where your manifestation power is very strong. So I hope that helps. It's amazing, actually. It's very, very interesting. Oh, Levine says, thank you, honey. This is so true. I will take your advice. It's the anniversary of my sister's passing over to the spirit world. I was just wondering if she is okay. Your sister is just fine, Levine. Your sister is just fine, sweetie. Lewis, much love to you. Oh, thank you, Moon. The house is amazing. I can feel that for you, Jax. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited that you're getting out of the area that you're getting out of and going into the area that you're going into. Oh, Elizabeth. No, I didn't get you, did I? Did I not get you before? It's hard to see the chat. It's not about being drawn to you, sweetheart. It's just me talking and not catching the chat. It's hard to see sometimes. So Elizabeth, what does Elizabeth need to know? The Three of Swords. So there's some pain here. Lots of people have gotten the Three of Swords today, and it's, you know, it doesn't come up all the time. It's an intense card. So there's the Three of Swords. There's that pain that you're dealing with right now that affects the heart chakra. You can see it here. It's intense. The swords through a heart. So what does she need to do with that? The Four of Cups, again, feeling lost, feeling very forlorn, which is concentrating you on this pain. The thoughts are surrounding this pain that affects the emotional body also. So we've got the mental body involved very much so in this, and the emotional body. Now, we have the Seven of Coins in reverse. And so this does speak to somebody taking from you or threatening your lifestyle, threatening your stability here. And that's very painful and worrisome to you. So what do you need to do with that? What do you need to do with that to turn that around? It would definitely be working with the elements of air and water, you know, speaking to yourself ritualistically in the bath, the Magician. So you need to pull some magic up into your life, sweetheart, you know, but use those tools that you've got on the table to have those ritualistic baths, to speak words of power and truth and beauty into the mental space, in order to impregnate the emotional watery body, in order to create this Seven of Coins to be in the upright, your physical reality to be in alignment and reflect. We've got Two of Coins here. There is going to be a certain decision for you to walk away from a situation. Now, the advice from the cards here would be to walk away and go in that other direction. And I hope that helps you, Elizabeth, beauty. Oh, you're so welcome, Levine. Oh, Christine, I missed you too. Oh, sweetie, I hope you can move to that new location. Oh, we're happy to have you here, little Beachy. So, Christine, the Seven of Cups. So there's projects that you have on your mind, but there's too many directions that are pulling on your emotions, pulling on the strings, you know, like you're doing this, then you're doing that, and there's lots of projects and ideas that you feel driven emotionally to get done, and some of them need to be maybe put on the back burner. You can concentrate on one, then the other, and let it build. Certain enlightenment coming through as to the project that comes through to you when you close your eyes. Do that one first, walk with that one first. There's enlightenment there, and that'll actually build on all of the other projects and things that you want to get done thereafter. It'll build a firm foundation of achievement for you to be able to do that. Now the Ace of Cups comes out, which is a beautiful card. I love this card, especially for people that I know, because this is absolute and utter self-love. And there is true enlightenment through these projects that really get your emotions stirred and get that flow going, and that stagnant waters in the flow again. This enlightenment comes, and through that enlightenment, the best enlightenment of all is absolutely truly falling in love with self and loving self. Because when you do that, you can love everybody else to a capacity that you never have before, but truly loving self first gives you that capacity to do so. And so through these projects, you will, but whatever comes to you when you close your eyes without trying, whatever comes to you first, that's what needs to come forward. Now, there's lots being revealed to you right now, Christine, with the hidden aspects of your world, of people involved in your world, your life, your family, that are coming forward for you, that are bringing enlightenment, that have been hidden from you, either from yourself, hiding them from yourself, or others hiding them from you. This is where you have this enlightenment. The hidden is coming forward in a more intuitive and psychic way. And we could go into loads about that card. I've done it before. Look up the High Priestess, I think, in one of my videos. That will really help you out. Oh, I'd love to hear, Jax. That would be amazing. So I'm going to leave it there. Moon, love you, love you, love you. Oh, Moon, I've just seen your name. I can't not. I can't not. Moon, what does my moon, my Laloon need to know today? Greatness. The Devil. Oh, Moon. Wow. So the Devil and the Six of Wands. Oh, damn. And the Strength card. And the Strength card. So 3 major arcanas, and the Hermit, again, similar energies coming through. So there's this inner walk, Moon, that you as a master know. It doesn't always get easier. It gets easier in some aspects, but then there's those certain walks, those inner walks that all of us avoid and put off. There's this certain walk that Spirit is calling you on, that feels treacherous. It feels, you know, like, okay, I'll trust. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to trust my energies, the universal energies around me and within me, and I'm going to go for this. And I can hear you feeling and saying that. And so this would be about trusting yourself to do this, because there is much to be seen and felt on this inner walk that will be reflected in the physical life as well, which won't feel like the easiest transition, but it is actually to do with the moon cycle and you being connected to that in a certain way, and you're transmuting those energies. And you're not just doing this walk for you. I keep hearing that you're doing this walk for the many that follow you, and for actually the many who can never do this walk for themselves. You're infusing that energy into the collective. And so the devil card comes up for you. And so there's this really deep walk into the cave, the cavern, with all of the crystals hanging of your inner self, into something that is still binding you or still has you bound or chained to it, to have that lower aspect of that lower frequency. And this is where you're truly being invited, almost forced, but invited by the universe to do this inner walk again, not just for you, but for others. Now the Six of Wands comes up, and that is this victory, a victory that doesn't, it's a victory by trial by fire though. So, you know, it burns a little bit, it scorches a little bit, it's cleansing. Fire ritual would be real cool to incorporate with any of your moon rituals this month and next month, and having the strength to trust this process. Reach out to me, you know I'm always here. Reach out to me if I can help you in any way with ritual, with guidance. I know you guide me, so you know, absolutely, sister, just reach out. But having the strength to do this walk, and right now it feels like you're being built up into this energy, and so feeling that really intensely. I hope that helps, Moon. Thank you for being here and being curious, Lewis. Oh, Lewis would love a reading too. Okay, I'm going to do Lewis and then I'm going. I can't say no to Moon. I can't say no to Moon. Lewis, what does Lewis need to know? Temperance card for you, Lewis. So this speaks of like similar energies that have come through before there. This speaks of being able to transmute the energies, even the most negative or positive energies, to positively charge them and change them up for your greatness. Now, you're being called right now to really start to incorporate more spirituality into your life, and you're going to gain the wisdom of being able to transmute these energies and gain the abundance. That's fab. By incorporating more meditation and really getting deep with those breathing exercises, which all help you use this energy of the Temperance card and the wisdom to be able to literally transmute energies. So you can't kill energy, but you can change it up, you can infuse it, you can put intent behind it, you can change the intent behind it. So energy is energy. So even the most negative energies, it's giving you free energy, basically. And so you can use that if you have this skill set to transmute it into something that is workable and usable for you. Now you do, but it's through this breath work, through this meditation with this Four of Swords. Now, with that being said, the Ten of Pentacles comes up for you, that you open up these doors into your physical reality through doing the inner work. You're opening up these doors into your physical reality so much easier because you're doing it from the within to the without, and you can expect that job that you've been wanting, or that property, or expect that abundance in whichever way, shape or form it comes through you doing these processes first from within. Now, the Queen of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, and this is about incorporating that divine feminine intuitive energy, but also a female around you. It might be Moon, in that it's this very psychic, intuitive female that you can gain guidance from within this sphere of how to transmute, how to meditate, how to go into those deep, deep breathing exercises, you know, filling up the lungs right here at the base of the spine as well, and entering into those spiritual spaces through that breath work in order to be the creator of your physical space. So you're just getting it the right way around right now, and you're being guided beautifully and lovingly to do so. Yes, I did, Joe. You'll have to watch it back, and I pulled quite a few cards out for you there. Sending good vibes to all. Susie Q, Elderberry, thank you for holding space. Much love to you, bestest moderators. Hey, Seeker of Truth, much love to you. And I'll see you all real soon. My voice is about giving out. I can't say no. I'm not going to get better at that. But anyway, it's Saturday and we spent some time and I've missed you all. So yeah, that was a good reading for you, Big Bro. I'm proud of you. Yeah, you're really late. I'll be back though. I'm going to be spending more time on the channel again. Seeker of Truth. Aw, beloved, you make me smile. Even with this voice, I'm soothing. That's a good thing. Thank you, beloved. That means the world. Thank you. Hey, Emma. Much love to you. This opposition, is it sparked by an external origin or is it from a conflict within? Both, Joe. I think this is a conflict on the outside, but reflects a spark of opposition from your inner self too. Oh, thank you for sharing, Emma. Yeah, if everybody would share, that would be super cool. Oh, she's okay. Thank Emma's asking on Facebook, how's your fur baby? We got a we got her at the vet and she was so good. I was saying to the vet, I wish she would growl or something to make me feel a bit better, you know, because she's just so good. She was in so much pain when the vet was manipulating her hip and, you know, to check it all out. And she didn't even grimace. She's so well trained and got a lovely heart. So anyway, she's torn the ligament around the hip. So though it's not broken, it's going to be a good few weeks, they said. She had to have some pain meds, and it's going to be a good few weeks of trying to keep her moving, but not allowing her to jump up or down on anything or whiz around, which she does. She did it by jumping off William's cabin bed. It's not even too high, but she's just a tiny little dog. She just hit it the wrong way, Emma. She just landed, oh, it was awful, the wrong way. I can still see her little face now. It was horrible because I was standing right there. Oh, thank you, Big Bro. Barry, wow, thank you, Jennifer. I never have anyone else hit the nail on like you do. Oh, you have a great weekend too. Susie Q, thank you, my love. I love you. Love you, love you, love you, beautiful sister. Good morning. Love it abstractive, funny. Boom, boom, boom. Right, I'm gonna have to stop reading, otherwise I'll see somebody else, then I'll feel like, oh, I do it. Carrie, my voice is about to give out. Please come back next time I'm on. I'll put out a notification so you know I'm coming back. But yeah, if you want a personal reading, there's the email from our beloved Susie Q. Oh, you're welcome, Christine. Right, stop reading. Stop it. All right, love you all. Oh, DiCarlo, much love to you. Haven't seen your name for a long time, if ever. I might be thinking of another Carlo. Oh, thanks, Jack's dreaming. I'm going to get it done properly next Thursday. So I've just told her she can do something cool. Oh, much love to you, DiCarlo. Excellent. Oh, so it sounds like we've all had a good thing. Oh, beloved, if you'd seen a little face. Yeah, tie Theo down with it. There's no tying Theo down. Big Bro is just, he floats. But he's a big, oh, beloved, if you'd seen a little face, it was just, it was devastating. I felt awful because she was hopping the moment she did it. I didn't know which way to hold her. I was putting healing on her. And it was worse because she's just so tiny, but so brave and so kind-hearted. She wouldn't even like let loose and growl at us, you know, to let us know that it was really painful. And so the vet had commented on that. So I was super proud of her. She's just, I could cry thinking of her because she's just an adorable energy, but she's doped up now. They're going to keep her doped up for the week. to just keep her still as much as possible. And then we can reduce the dose next week and then see where she's at the week after, they said. So, oh, beloved, honestly, if you'd seen it, oh, and it was just such a stupid accident to happen. I'm going to build ramps for the bottom of the beds so she can walk up things, because she jumps and it just took to not land square. It wasn't even a big jump, you know, cabin bed, not even a bunk bed, you know, like just yay high, not very high. She just landed on it wrong. Poor puppy dog. She was so good. So it's been lovely catching up with you all. Thank you for all the energy for Pup Pup. Yeah, she's really called Pup Pup. Well, she's Princess Penelope Paws Pup Pup, because William had learned the letter P when she came into our lives. And so she got that. Now she gets Pup Pup. And she's the most adorable dog you've ever known. Yeah, she's loving being pampered. She is. She just loves cuddles. Yeah, she's such an awesome little dudette of a dog. Like Abby's got this great big maxi cob horse, and the dog will just lean up so Abby can, she's like an acrobat on the horse, lean down and scoop her up, because she's got like a backpack harness thing, so she can scoop her up quick, scoop her up. And then this dog, beautiful Pup Pup, just sits there on the top of the saddle, riding along, like at a full gallop sometimes, just harnessed into the saddle. So she's got, you know, she hasn't got, but she's got balls of steel. She really, really has. She's but she's adorable. We love her. I couldn't be without her. She was a rescue dog, and she's rescued us more, because all of us sit and tell her things. She's a little soundboard. Yeah. Mwah. Love you all. See you all real soon. Bye-bye now. Oh, happy Thanksgiving for the other day. You know, we don't do Thanksgiving, so I forgot, but much love to all of you for the other day.